Welcome back to good old Fairizona. It's good to see you. Come take a seat. Jimmy's is open to everyone, especially you. Let us recall a tale of a better time. The West is dying, after all. We resume our story right as our ragtag group of outlaws survive a close encounter with some other outlaws. That's the West, all right. After they make it to safety thanks to Deadeye Dalton's quick thinking, they immediately wander around town looking for a map and some tools to help them on their travels. It's shortly after this that Boney the Kid takes charge and leads these outlaws toward adventure.
So, last we left off, y'all were just walking down the road. And I'm pretty sure Katt joined up with the group, right?
Oh, yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, we ended up following Boney.
Yes.
So you joined up with the group and everyone's walking around. And I just wanted to ask, how did you guys all manage to meet up with each other? Where exactly did, where did you meet Boney, pal? Where did Slick meet Dalton? What's going on here?
Well, I'm between occupations at the time, so my specialty's in wine. So if I can find any vineyards to work at or any sort of, wine selling, wine dealing.
I keep spinning the gun.
I don't believe I know anyone here personally.
All right, Boney. Why, maybe, it'd be a good time to step up and introduce yourselves to the other members of the group, because it sounds like Slick, Beck, and Boney are getting along pretty well.
Hey, he was the one trying to rob us.
Hey, he ferried us across with 4 engines. This wasn't Hannibal delivering us from the fucking Romans.
He ferried you across for free charge, and you got his car shot up.
4 gold apiece is not.
That's not gold. He asked for some money.
We saved his life.
You go ahead and introduce yourself to the rest of the gang. You've just been walking with them for a while. They watched you steal that yo-yo. You better say something about how, we're a good team before they just turn you in.
Thank you for giving me some cover back there, I suppose.
I point my bony finger at Dalton and I go, Dylan, I know what you did.
Go ahead and roll guile. Go ahead and go roll guile right now, Ted.
4.
Dalton, would you please also roll guile?
I got a 1.
Okay, well.
My name is now Dylan.
Dylan. You feel horrified of Boney for a second there, and you realize, oh my gosh, this guy's spooky. And then you realize, wait a minute, my name's not Dylan, and now you're looking at him kind of like, what is this guy doing? What does he get?
Did you steal anything else from him?
I could go through the rest of the mail I got, I suppose.
Security checks?
We got something Williams. That's garbage, trash. Throw it away.
Go ahead and roll a d6.
All right. I got a 6.
You find 1 cash in an envelope labeled "Love from Grandma."
Oh.
Very good. You want this?
No, I think we should deliver that one.
Hold on. I gotta go mail this. And I look around to find a post office.
Do you take the dollar out?
Yes. Yes, I do.
All right, so you go ahead and add 1 cash. Pal, you've been walking with these folks for a while now. They seem mighty weird.
Well, the 3 of you are the only connection I got right now, and I'm still searching for the man that wronged me, so I'm hoping we find any clues along the way for me, so...
All right, I like your thinking. As y'all are walking down the street, you see on your left, now that you've approached, you're next to the green building here. On your right, you've got the sheriff's office, got the jail next to it. Further up the street, there is the post office. On your left, it looks like it's not quite the church, but go ahead and roll squint.
4.
2.
You can see the building next to you is very obviously the town square. It's like the, general offices.
Oh, town hall.
You like to keep walking? You want to investigate anything nearby?
Yeah.
Yeah, are there any interesting looking individuals around?
Well, there is a sheriff. He's nearby. He's sitting out front in his old rocking chair. You do notice that there are some other people, in the buildings around. There are people walking around. This is big town. It's the biggest town in the West.
Hey, we have a sheriff too. We got Sheriff Rollin with us too.
Who's the sheriff?
Pal, our fucking Deadeye Phoenix gunner.
I don't know if I'd say that too loud, otherwise the other sheriffs.
I'm pretty sure that we're all a little bit wanted.
He's got to be a sheriff. Ain't nobody that hard of a gunslinger if they ain't some kind of sheriff.
I mean, I'm lawful, but I ain't with the law, I could tell you that.
So what's the general consensus? You want to look around a little bit harder? You want to roll another squint? Or do you want to keep moving?
I'd like to look around to see if I can see a post office. I'd like to mail this.
Yeah, I got my map still. I can pull it out of my back pocket now.
No need, I can smell it.
Okay.
Dylan, lead me to mail.
All right, we're going there now.
You approach the post office, and you can see that he's got a little receptacle out front for mail, and he's just kind of sitting in the chair as well. There are a lot of old folk in this town.
Approaching the till with politeness, I slide the envelope over with my cute little message written back to Grandma and say, I'd like to mail this to my dearest Grandma in Eastern Pennsylvania.
All right, that'll be 1 cash, mister.
It's got a stamp on there. That looks like it's still good.
I look at him with the bone of my eyes. Deeply, long.
I'm getting nervous.
Oh, I quite right reckon I didn't notice that stamp. Sorry there, miss. And sorry there, sir.
I keep staring. Deeply.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Nah, that'll be it. Could you mail this?
This is a waste of time.
And says, it's mighty fine. You're still mailing your sweet grandma. Very respectable. And then he puts it into a, sack behind him. All right. So you mail a letter. Why don't you go ahead and give yourself nothing. I take it back.
A pat on the back.
Why don't you give yourself jack shit? You didn't earn something.
He did steal that letter. So I guess you're righting some wrongs, but not much in the way of rewarding you for that. You feel the sun shine on you just a little bit brighter.
My bones are lighter and more pure.
Go ahead and roll squint, Marcy.
Okay. A 6.
You happen to be looking around as you exit the shop, and you see across from Town Hall a couple group of people leave, and you see a little bit closer, thanks to your amazing eyesight, that you recognize someone. You think, man, who is that? Who could that possibly be?
Oh no.
And everybody else is noticing this person is seeing you guys as well. Your posse of ragtags has been noticed by these group of individuals who have stopped short, and they look like rather lawful folk. I think 2 of them are sheriffs even.
Oh no.
The empty of my bones detects something.
Well, perhaps we should go with the other direction from which we are facing.
Why? Do your eyeballs see something?
I think there might be 2 law gentlemen. Not sure about the third one, but I'm hoping they don't recognize us, because I think all of us are a little wanted by the law right now.
The law? I skirt my bandana up on my face.
Well, so you guys are just chilling when they start to approach you. They're walking up to you now. Excuse me there. You wouldn't happen to be a slick Beck Diaz, would you?
I do get that quite frequently, my good sir. However, I am not a Beck nor a Slick. Perhaps a Diaz, though. There's quite a few of them.
The 2 sheriffs are approaching you now. What's your swindle?
Well, as I'm quite charismatic, I have a bonus for swindle. And one thing in that.
Go ahead and roll 2d6.
I got 4 and a 5.
Well, the sheriffs look, oh, okay, all right. And they go to walk away when the last gentleman steps out and says,
Nah, I don't think so, Slick. I'd recognize that face anyway.
and he approaches you, and you recognize the man as Jacob Biggs, the mayor of Big Town, who also happens to be your ex.
I don't want him to know I'm unemployed. I fix my hair up a little bit and try to look like very proper. Long time no see, sir.
Oh yeah, long time indeed. Especially after your, what was it? All that business with those taxes you weren't paying.
We paid everything we had. I'm scrounging. I do fully intend to pay off my debt, sir. I just need to find I need to work on my situation.
Well, as you have just set foot in my fair city here, I don't think I'm allowed to let outlaws such as you, and maybe even the company you keep walk around here for free.
And the sheriffs seem to nod and go, yeah.
To be honest, I don't even know two of these gentlemen's names.
I had already by this time subtly had gotten on the floor and kind of like wriggled into the sand to just look like a dead body, like a dead skeleton, just on the road.
Why don't you go? Go ahead.
Right. I'm sure.
Boney, would you please mind rolling for guile?
4.
Right, so they can see that you're kind of just laying on the ground covered in dust as your, brilliant attire kind of gives it away.
I think that one might be some kind of street performer. I'm unsure.
I do my best to be motionless and imitate a dead skeleton.
By chance, is there any work that I could take up around here? Because I would very much like to clear our taxes.
He scoffs.
Well, right. Well, the only work you'll be doing is polishing the inside of a jail cell.
And at that, the sheriffs again motion toward you to arrest you. Why don't you go ahead and, man, it sucks that you're the only one who can roll squint. Go ahead and roll squint.
My eyes been working mighty hard today. I got a 1.
All right, well, the sheriffs go ahead and grab Slick, and they also grab Dalton. Pal, why don't you go ahead and roll for me a hustle?
Hustle, huh?
Yes. 1d6 for hustle.
2.
Right, well, the sheriff looks over at you and says, don't you go nowhere now next, son. There are more we could summon on the way. You better just sit back and relax until we have the manpower. And you decide, okay, you're just gonna sit there.
I quickly shut up to continue the act that I'm a dead skeleton.
Can I just say, I'm unsure why you're arresting me, because I'm not sure how I'm supposed to pay my balance while I'm in the slammer.
They hear you make that noise and go, right, well, we'll deal with him in a minute. And Bigg says,
Now, why would I think I need to pay your debt? You pay it off with time and hard work. One of our many stores and labor fronts that we need run.
I mean, are any of those bar or vineyard or, I'd love to, get back and...
Like we let you do something that cushy. What do you think this is, a camp?
I'm a very good bookie.
as you say this, another man starts to shamble in from in between two of the stores. And he's just walking toward you guys now, and you can kind of see him, but you're not paying him much mind, I don't think. Why don't you go ahead and roll squint for me?
I rolled squint yet again.
Get them eyes working.
I got a 2.
You think this guy looks rather drunk. So the sheriffs are both saying, hey, let's get him put away. And they go to turn down the street, and this drunk gentleman is shambling in front of them. Why doesn't everybody roll 1d6 for me?
5.
3.
5.
You right notice this fella is, he's got a lot of blood on him, and he doesn't look too right of mind. His head's jerking about. His arms are down by his sides.
Got to become one of me.
And as the sheriff walks over, he says, "Excuse me, sir, we got official business." And all of a sudden, the man lunges at the sheriff, and he loses grip of Slick. What in tarnation?
Oh, shit.
Oh no, he's on them fancy bath salts.
Everybody go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
6.
5 again.
2.
1.
Oh, unlucky. Okay, so the sheriff falls to the ground, and his mouth is, oh God, he's already convulsing. And
What the hell is going on here?
And you see that gentleman turn to you, and his hat tips back, and his eyes dart up, and you can see that half of his head is missing.
Oh God.
Huh?
And on closer inspection, which is getting rather easy now because he's approaching quite quick, it looks like this fella don't have much flesh on him at all. He's looking kind of like a half-eaten bone.
I looked down at Boney. You know this guy?
I remain quiet trying to keep the dead skull act going.
I keep my hand above my revolver.
All right, well, he approaches you one more step, and now he is going to lunge at, I think Slick is the closest, right?
That's fine by me.
I believe you are. Slick, go ahead and roll hustle.
I got a 5.
And it's gonna roll to counter that. You got a 6. So, Slick, but you're gonna have a shambling sort of feller on top of you, or you can expend 1 grit to get away from him.
Really? My hustle didn't help?
I rolled a 6.
Does he also have 2 hustle?
Did you combine them?
But I don't know. I just thought it added something.
What this does is, let's say you have 2 hustle. You roll 2d6 and you take the higher.
Oh, I was like reading the thing because it's
2d6, you take the higher.
Oh, I only rolled 1. This one's 6.
So you manage to catch his hands in your hands, and you try to wrestle him. And you notice right off the bat that not only is he quite strong, but his hands seem to be breaking apart in your hands, and by the time you're done gripping them, they almost crumble away. And you can see the bones right in front of him.
Can I see how far away this is happening from me? Is this like right next to me as I'm being a dead skull on the ground?
Yes, this is about 10 feet from you. You were right next to that corner, right behind.
Noticing the calamity, I think, perfect. I've got them right where I want them. And I carefully, from the prone, grab for righteous punishment and nicely and comfortably aim the revolver to like really stabilize my elbow and wrist and point right for the Shamblow's noggin.
All right. Go ahead and you roll for it.
5.
Your shot rings true and lands square on this shambling individual's head, and you can see a part of his brain gets blasted out, but that did not faze him much, and he takes one more step toward good old Slick, and now it is Dalton's turn. Dalton's turn.
And then the judge said, Dalton did.
Katt,
What?
you're Dalton.
I'm Dylan.
Committed.
Well, it's your turn, Dylan. Dalton.
I have a moment of clarity, and I killed a fly that was buzzing in front of my face.
Very cool.
Yes.
So Dalton is standing dead-eyed as he usually does, and so all of a sudden his eyes focus back in, and he flicks his fingers in the air and crushes the fly that was buzzing around his head in his fist. And he opens his hand, and it, piles out below him into dust.
Nice.
And just for reference, here's how your turns go. You have 1 movement and 1 action. So, Boney, I might have fucked that up for you, but I'll get you back in a second for it. And
Well, I kind of moved. It's fine. I kind of moved.
So, Dalton, would you like to make that your action?
Sure.
Okay. Are you sure? I can just let you have that fly crush.
Yes.
So Slick is about to be jumped here.
He's got it.
She's got it.
She's got it.
Come on, boys. I fired a retaliatory shot.
I'm fine with that.
Sheriff? Our sheriff could probably make that thing explode.
Well, the sheriff rolled low. All right. Dalton, would you like to make a movement of any kind?
I will move to try to pull the guy away. It's like trying to get at.
So you move closer to this, for lack of a better word, this zombie here. You are now in between it and Slick in a heroic attempt to protect the fair lady. Hal, it's now your turn.
Well, Dalton being right in front of the zombie kind of throws a wrench in what I was going to do, but I'm going to try to shoot the zombie's leg and try to slow him down.
Let's see. How much precision do you have?
I have 1.
Go ahead and roll 1d6.
4.
You, seeing as both Slick and Dalton are in front of you, decide I can make this shot. You close one eye. Well, sorry. You look through your good eye, and pull your revolver out, fire it right on top of that zombie, and it connects with the zombie's leg. It falls down to the ground and it stops moving. I have good news for you. You have survived your first encounter.
Nice.
So, that little feller is dead now. The good old Jacob Briggs walks up to you and says, or Jacob Biggs.
Oh my god. What the Sam hell was that?
Yeah, I'm thinking about the same thing right now.
We better take care of this. Johnson.
And he calls over to the other sheriff who had pissed himself and sat on the ground for that whole duration.
He won his pants.
Go ahead and pick up that other fella here. Let's get him into the infirmary. He doesn't look so good.
I'd like to pull out a little rag and just kind of wipe my hands off because I'm grossed out by touching it.
Sure, you go ahead and pull out the rag and wipe your hands, and you retain a bit of your class in this whole encounter.
Oh, I'm sorry there. I do expect you to atone for your crimes, but this is not quite what I had in mind. We don't do capital punishment here anymore.
Another man runs around the corner, someone else you haven't recognized before, and I reckon you're getting quite tired of these random encounters here, and says,
Hello? Is everything alright?
I'm not sure. That gentleman just got attacked, and I hope he'll be okay.
you're all just kind of starstruck after what just happened.
Did any of you see my friend? Oh.
And he looks down and sees the half-eaten, killed man on the ground. And says,
Oh, I should have seen this coming.
My bony hand.
You know
points.
this guy? Thing?
Yes. I'm from a town called Loudwater, down to the south. And let's just say we've been having some trouble recently.
And Biggs is gonna walk away with the sheriff. He does not give a right
Oh, wait,
flying
wasn't this
fuck.
town Loudwater?
This is Big Town.
Huh.
Or that's what Pal said. I believe Pal. So whatever it was before is Big Town.
Okay.
It might have been Loudwater.
It sounds familiar.
Well, Loudwater is now.
It is Loudwater.
This is Loudwater?
If you don't believe me, I'll roll straight talk.
No, it's not. It's Big Town. Loudwater is down south now, and I'm writing it down in my notes so I don't forget it this time. So, would anyone like to talk to this stranger who just, he seems like he knows a lot.
My bones roll over, continuing to be on the ground, but kind of reassembling into a dude. I point my finger up from the ground. Did you say you knew him?
Oh, sweet lord! What the hell are you?
And then he gets a better look at you and he goes,
Oh, you're not one of them. You're just a guy.
Did you say you knew him? Did you make him?
No, I didn't make him.
Did you kill him? I pull my bone
No.
furiously.
This man was from our town. He used to be a carpenter, but ever since we've been having strange occurrences recently...
Ever since the what? Speak up, damn you!
he's getting a little shifty, and it's around this point that Biggs comes back and says,
Now what the hell is going on here?
I immediately drop and re-pretend. You know that thing from Toy Story when the toys just drop down on the bed and pretend they're toys again? That is exactly what I do.
Okay. I look back at the guy and I say, It's okay, you can tell us. Maybe we can help out or something.
Well, we have a great mining company down south that, ever since they opened up that new cave, stuff's been getting weird around here. This one got away from me. I've been trying to secure the border for some time.
and he adjusts his
Standing
hat.
up, I also reach my hand out and slightly correct his hat. And then I go, hold on a second. Cave in a mine, and your boy goes down there, you said, and he comes back and he's all mangled up like this. You know what that means, don't you?
Yeah, we've been having this problem for a while.
Bad is in that cave. You sent your sheriff out there? Did sheriffs know about this?
Well, of course we sent our sheriff, but he ain't been back in some time. We're worried about him.
Are
Yet.
there a lot like this one?
Well, there's quite a few of them. We've had to cut off access to the other half of the town from the river because of it.
That's not good.
He gets a little sad, and Biggs looks over and says,
This is mighty something. How about this? Maybe I'll just forget about your little posse of miscreants. If you can help this gentleman out. We don't want any of this coming back to our town anyway. It'll disrupt the flow of, what is the word? democracy.
I don't know what to say.
You should be taking it all in.
I mean, I honestly don't really care.
So he's looking at you.
Would you mind going down there and clearing all this up? I'll forget about our little arrangement if you do.
I guess I don't really have a choice then.
So Shadow the Hedgehog over here shrugs his shoulders and says, I don't care much. You know, if he puts you in jail, it's gonna be hard for you to chase your wife's killer. So he says,
Thank you so much for cooperating with the law. Now that you folks will take care of it, I'm gonna help my sheriff secure the border of Big Town.
and then he walks off. And the gentleman in front of you, next to Dalton, says,
Well, thank you so much for offering to help. My name's...
Really offering that.
Oh, well, would you please? I can't do it all on my own. There's too many of them.
Kind of turning to Pal, I go, you got a big fist? How big's your fist?
I clench my fist up and I present it to him.
Good. Big ass fucking mountain cougar paw. Good, we're gonna need it. What do you guys say?
I kind of nod at him and say, thank you for your service in securing them borders. That'd be bad if they made it out here.
What do you think? Should we tie a rope to him and make him lead us back to
I suppose.
his village?
oh, he looks at you both.
Well,
He can overhear you.
You don't need to do that. I was already planning on taking you there.
All right, we have elected to have you lead us back to our village. I say as I'm already tying a rope around his forehead.
Oh, hell.
I'm hiding a snicker. I'm like trying not to laugh.
Lucky the sheriffs are gone. He says, he like slides it off his forehead quite easily and is holding it. He's like,
Is that really
I
necessary?
go back to tying it on. This time I put on a knot. We're gonna get there lickety split, and then I whip the rope like you would on the reins. Yeah, to the village.
when you go ahead and roll a d6.
Hold on. 4.
You whip it and it flies up off of his forehead.
It'll be about a day's journey unless you got some kind of, I don't know. You know anyone with a cart or... I walked here.
I just motion with my hand. I motion with my hand forward, like let's go, let's get going.
Did you really walk here?
I ran after the creature. That's why I ran out of wind, and I lost him halfway through. I'm glad I made it here. If I didn't catch up, things could have gotten much
So
worse.
that creature managed to run all the way from there to here? Man, those things actually pretty sturdy.
I guess so, or maybe I'm just slow.
He looks at his shoes and you notice he's got very big like spurs that are very loud and they hinder his movement.
I
speed.
got spurs, let jingle jangle.
A little pizza slasher you got there.
Thank you. These are from my grandpappy.
You got the spur heelys.
Are you all gonna go with
As
him?
my rope flew off of him, but I still give it like a little whip just so it whips through the air, and I go, yeah, to the village, yeah.
All right. Does everybody have survive?
I do not.
I don't.
Do I? Oh, I do.
It'll take you a day to get there on foot if you don't have a horse or something. And it's already quarter to noon, so you're gonna have to post up camp in the middle of the desert.
Which I have a horse, but he's a bit old.
We can make it. Oh, I see it. We can make it. I think we can make it.
You follow him out into the desert. It's awfully sunny out too. It's a mighty tough trek. And matter of fact, halfway there, Boney in particular, trip over a cactus.
Ah, my bone!
Matter of fact, all four of you get caught up in Boney's superfluous fall.
Oh, whoa! Oh, hey guys. Whoa!
It's gonna be one grit.
Can I ride on my old horse? I don't like sweating much.
Sure, you're still gonna take that grit because you're bringing this up after.
Oh yeah. I get on my horse after that.
Actually,
I
much
get on my
grit does your
horse
horse
after
have?
that.
The horse falls over too.
1.
okay.
I don't get on my horse until after that. I go, ow, that hurt. I'm getting on my horse.
All right. So it's been about a day or half a day now. It's got nightfall. Would you like to rest, or do you want to travel through the night to this
Probably better
village?
to rest.
You're halfway there.
If we're halfway there, we might as well.
That time is when devils come out to tempt people. To kill people. I'm not afraid. I could keep going. My bone feels fine. That cactus was like just a light scratch. Come on, Fleshoid!
Oh, all right. I'm right behind you.
And he leads you to the village, and you are now in Loudwater.
Will our outlaws be able to help the quaint mining town of Loudwater? Or will they fall to this terrifying disease? Tune in next time to find out in Tales of the Deadeyes. I'd love to give a special shout out to Ardilo TV, who did the voice of Mayor Biggs in this episode, and my buddy Jimmy, who did the voice of Jimmy. Slick Beck Diaz is played by Marcy. Paltiel Williams is played by Hoss. Deadeye Dalton is played by Katt. And Boney the Kid is played by Tedverse. Thanks for tuning in to Tales of the Deadeyes, with new episodes the 7th of every month.